Here we go, look, stadium number 1 of the day, and I've touched the goalpost. Doesn't get much better than that. My feet are absolutely soaked already. We're only on stadium number 1. I don't know why I do this to myself. I wonder if they've ever sponsored Keith, the local KFC. Wow, the things I'll do to get some pictures and stuff of stadiums. Here is the moment you've all been waiting for. I have loved being in the Highlands. You have to come. Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Wow, right, look at this. You can't go ground hopping in the Highlands 2 consecutive days and expect them both to be lovely and sunny, can you? But yeah, welcome to ground hopping in the Highlands part 2. Part 1 was yesterday, and what a day we had. Something tells me that the weather being like this is going to make it a little bit harder to get inside stadiums, but we're not going to let that stop us. We've got about 7 or 8 to visit today, and yeah, sadly checking out of the brilliant Glenmore Hotel. A huge thank you to them for having me. Again, their stuff, all their links will be in the description box. But yeah, a bit of a grim day, as you can tell. Wish me luck in the rain. I'll see you down at stadium number 1 shortly. And here we are, stadium number 1 of the day. Rothes FC is wide open for me. Right, let's go and see who and what we can find here. Wow, this is pretty grim today, as you can see, but great again to be inside a football stadium. This is an incredibly industrial area. Look at that up there, there's a factory. It doesn't smell the best, whatever's pumping out of that big pipe up there. But here we are, look, inside of Rothes FC or Rothes FC. Guys, let me know about any mispronunciations as per usual. But yeah, look, they play in Tangerine, and let me tell you why. They were formed in 1938, and apparently for this stadium they bought some floodlights off of Tannadice when that was going through some renovations. So because they bought the floodlights off of Dundee United, I believe that is why they have the same colour scheme as Dundee United, Tangerine. The club are known as the Speysiders because of their location next to the River Spey, and look at that, just look at some of the mountains, the mist in the mountains there. Oh, lovely. Even though it's raining, very industrial, very Highland, very rural. Their current manager, Ross Jack, played for Norwich, Everton, Dunfermline and Dundee. They won the Highland League Cup in 2020, so they won a trophy last year, and they won the Highland League, I think, in 1959. And the stadium here has quite a funny name, Macassack Park, I believe named after someone who might have invested in the club years ago or something, but it doesn't look like I can go much further than this, look, and it is a bit of a grim day, so I'm going to get my shots. But remember to watch to the end of this video, because I'm going to be doing a full montage of every single Highland League stadium I've ever been to. All the ones I'll be visiting today, all the ones I visited yesterday for ground hopping part 1, Wick, Brora, Inverness, Ross County, you name it, they'll all be in that, as well as these smaller ones that I'm visiting in places like this today. And yeah, I'm going to get my shots now, and then we're going to head off to stadium number 2 of the day. And before we go, I am just going to touch the goalpost very quickly and get a little different angle to the stadium, to the pitch and to the stand. And I just love exploring these places. Look at the mountains up there. You can't really see them very well because of the mist and stuff. Look, I have to have my hood up today. But here we go, look, stadium number 1 of the day, and I've touched the goalpost. Doesn't get much better than that. My feet are absolutely soaked already. We're only on stadium number 1. I don't know why I do this to myself. I've got to be the only person stupid enough to come out on a rainy Highland day and visit all these places, but you've got to, haven't you? You've got to for the vlogs. And here we are, look, with a bit of a better view of the front of the stand here. Bam, Rothes FC. Thanks for your hospitality. I've not met anyone here. Thanks for being open. Yeah, stadium number 2, here I come. And a huge thank you once again to Fanbase for sponsoring this video, like they have with all the rest of my Highland videos. For a number of Highland teams in this region of Scotland, Fanbase software is helping clubs like this to manage the safety of fans on match days by capping ticket allocations and making the whole operation contactless. At the same time, they are enabling instant digital payments for tickets and subscriptions, which is great for cash flows of clubs like this. And it also means they can start to build a database of fans for their own club. And yes, it is great what they're doing. The service they're providing for clubs like this is absolutely brilliant, and it is revolutionising the way in which this level of football will work in Scotland. Back to the video. Here we are now at Keith FC, and it actually dawned on me whilst I drove here from the last place that that big industrial building I was talking about was probably a distillery. This is distillery country around here, but yeah, as you can see now I'm at Keith FC, KFC, KFC. I wonder if they've ever sponsored Keith, the local KFC. Anyway, yeah, a few facts about Keith before I get back into the car and avoid the rain. Blackburn legend Colin Hendry started here. He also played for Rangers, of course, Man City, Dundee and more. He even ended up winning 51 caps for Scotland, and he came through here. So before you sneer at this level of football and think that it's not as important as your big club that you support, remember that big players do come through at grounds like this, and this is where they get their love of football from. The record attendance here was a 6-1 defeat against Celtic in 1928, with almost 6,000 people turning up. They did actually play Rangers in the cup about 70 years after their game against Celtic. That game was moved to Pittodrie to fit the demand of the amount of people that wanted to come here. Rangers won 10-1 and went on to win the cup that season. It's absolutely pishing it doing. I'm getting back in the car. Right guys, as you can see, I'm now on the pitch at Buckie Thistle, and yeah, it's absolutely grim, but fair play to the lady who works here. I got here at the right time and she opened up the stadium for me. But yeah, Buckie Thistle are of course another Scottish team with a thistle in their name, and yeah, hence their nickname, the Jags. Wow, the things I'll do to get some pictures and stuff of stadiums. I don't even know if you can hear me. This is the worst day weather-wise I've ever come on about. Got inside a few grounds, to be fair. Right, I'm back in the car. As you could see, the weather was so grim. I'm not going to chat out there. You probably wouldn't even be able to hear me with all the wind anyway, but just enjoy these shots right now while I tell you a little bit about this club, Buckie Thistle. They've apparently been mentioned in a Stephen King novel. How insane is that? I wonder why such a famous American novelist would write about Buckie Thistle in one of his novels. Sure, there's one of you out there that knows. Please let me know in the comments below. They apparently play in green and white because Celtic donated them their kits back in the day. This could just be a local legend, but it is what I've read online. When Buckie Thistle beat Queen's Park at Hampden Park in the Scottish Cup 4th round replay in 1954, they became the first and still only non-league club to have won a competitive game at Hampden. Quite successful they've been, with 11 Highland leagues to their name and numerous other cups as well. About time we left this place. Please pray for the sun to come out at the next stadium. Wow, I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to block the wind out of the GoPro. The weather today has been the worst I've ever had on any day's filming, I think. But check that bridge out, and then bam, look at the sea. Wow, that is insanely windy, but yeah, unbelievable views despite, you know, the weather. Again, I want to show you a little bit of what's in between each club, but you can imagine on a nice day that this little seaside town would be unbelievable. That bridge seems to go all the way around the town here, and yeah, we've just been to Buckie. We're on our way to Deverendale. I think it's called Deverendale, I believe, but yeah, we'll be there very soon. This is just Scottish weather for you, isn't it? This isn't quite the day I was hoping for. This is so grim. And I was just going to call it a day after Deverendale because it was so grim, but it's just a little bit less grim now. And I'm at a club that was so hard to find, it's not even funny. But we're at Turriff United FC, a club that I actually didn't have on my list today. Here we go, look. Nice little TUFC on that gate there. This is really in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, I've had a very, very long few days with all the driving I've had to do, but my plan was going to be to go from Deverendale. Please, yeah, let me know about my pronunciations below. I was going to go from there to Fraserburgh with the plan of, yeah, going and staying in Aberdeen tonight. But with how grim it's been, I just didn't fancy going all the way up to Fraserburgh and then back down to Aberdeen. So we're going to go from Deverendale just straight to Aberdeen because I wanted to get my Wick video up. That's almost done. It's got about 10% left to edit pretty much, but here we go, look, Turriff United. You can kind of see, I'm going to see if there's anyone here to let me in, but it's been so grim, I can't imagine anyone would want to come and like work on the stadium today, but I will just get a few shots for the montage. But yeah, I was going to go to Fraserburgh and then back down to Aberdeen from there, but like I say, it's so grim, I didn't want to add another hour and a half's driving onto the day. So yeah, I just thought we'd stop off here on the way. Turriff United, look at this. The woods and then the stadium. There's not a huge amount to see just around here. If there's not a lot to see around here, I'm going straight to the hotel and get my Wick video up. Which, if you're watching this video, the Wick one will already be up. So yeah, please do check that out if you haven't already. The most northern club in Britain. I also went to the most northern point in Britain. But yeah, Turriff United are another, of course, Highland League team. Here we go. Anything around here? These have got loads of little pitches next to the actual stadium itself. Nah, no way in whatsoever. Look at this, they've even got a little TFC, which is strange. Is this an older gate from maybe a name change? I'm not sure. They've, yeah, they're obviously called Turriff United, not just Turriff, but here you go, look. Wow. Looks like a nice little ground this to watch a game at, if it wasn't so grim. But yeah, I'm off to Aberdeen now. The next time you'll see me will be in the hotel. Okay, I lied. The next time you see me won't be at the hotel, but look at this little river here. And then there is the ground of Turriff United. Okay, the next time you see me definitely will be at the hotel. I am soaking and knackered. It is now the next day, and yeah, despite a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain, it is nowhere near as bad as the weather that we had yesterday. Stick around to the end of this video because yeah, you're gonna have a full montage of every single Highland team I've ever visited, from Ross County and Inverness, who play in higher divisions, all the way through to Cove, who are in the SPFL, to yeah, Forres, Mechanics and other smaller Highland League teams as well. They're all going to be included, so stick around, and yeah, it should be great. I've had a few plans scuppered over the last, yeah, like 12-24 hours to visit other clubs. Fraserburgh was one I wanted to visit, but the weather was so grim, I'm just gonna have to go back another time. But it gives me an excuse to come back to one of my favourite places in the UK, the Highlands. Having stayed in Aberdeen overnight, just outside of Aberdeen overnight, this was the natural place to come and be the last stadium that I visit out of the Highland League teams, because of all the Highland League teams that we've seen, from Forres Mechanics to Wick Academy to Rothes Rangers and everyone in between, Nairn County. God, there's been so many. But yeah, these guys here, Cove Rangers, are the only team to have been promoted from the Highland League into the SPFL. Of course, Edinburgh City have also been promoted. They were, of course, from the Lowland League. Kelty Hearts are currently 2-1 up at half-time in their tie against Brechin. But yeah, the second leg is yet to be played. But by the time this video comes out, Kelty and Brechin should have played their second leg, and I expect Kelty to go up. I'm not going to be able to go to that game, unfortunately. I'm gutted to be missing out, but Brechin said I couldn't come. Kelty are always so welcoming, and I do wish them all the best in their promotion, in their chase for promotion rather. But yeah, Cove Rangers are just 1 year away from their centenary year. They're 99 years old, but they have only just recently, of course, got into the SPFL. They just recently lost against Airdrieonians in the playoffs to potentially reach the championship. So that is how far this club is aiming to go. They were, yeah, just a few games away from reaching the championship, Scotland's second tier. Just a few years ago, they were, of course, in the Highland League, along with teams such as, yeah, Fraserburgh, who I wasn't able to see, of course, and others, yeah, like Forres Mechanics, Nairn, who I've obviously seen over the past couple of days. Cove beat Berwick Rangers 7-0 on aggregate, and yeah, Berwick were in the SPFL for years and years, but they are now in the Lowland League. But yeah, it just goes to show that now the pyramid system is there, that new clubs are coming into to the fold, and we're going to lose teams like Berwick out of the SPFL. There is no way in. Last time I came in and yeah, I was able to look around the stadium, made a whole video about Cove, so if you want to check that out, please do. Just search Cove Rangers and Footy Adventures in YouTube and it should come up. Here is the moment you've all been waiting for. I have loved being in the Highlands. You have to come and visit this amazing region of the UK. Enjoy.